Welcome everyone to today's Creator Challenge live stream. Now, as you might have already seen, those of you who have joined already, see the chat was already going live, like just going at it before I even started the stream. I have some new elements in place. I have new overlay stuff. I basically paid a designer to create a whole bunch of new stuff for me for the YouTube and Twitch streaming. So we got some new things that are going to be coming along the way. And so that's a new positive movement on the channel. But today we have a bit more time. I don't have all the time in the world, but I do have about 2.5 hours-ish I could put in towards everything. And we've got a lot of designs to go through. So I am going to try and keep it to about 10 minutes per design. Just trying to go through briefly. Some of these will be a little bit short. Some of it will be, a little bit more involved. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at these, starting with the first one here. Now, I'm going to have a lot of jumping around between screens as I pull stuff in place to see. So, this is the Effigy Level 5 Weird Base. It's just straight up Weird Base, called it right out, by jrandall. And it's, I wouldn't say too weird. It's not exactly like, it looks oddball. But it's a dragon-type serpent look to it. Now, of course, have to forgive that some of it is a little buried on the outside because of the way placement works with bases. However, I did clear this away where we can go in. So, we got a nice little entrance here. And we walk into a stone interior. I really love the interior look there. It makes it feel more like a ancient ruin type thing, and then we come in, we've got this really nice polished thing. Makes me think Greek, maybe, polished Roman type ruins, architecture. We've got green balls on one side, we have got over here some red balls on this side, and of course the horrible thing you can get, some blue balls on this side. So we've got very nice decorative statues. It's definitely not something you normally see design-wise within the game, other than it makes me feel almost like I'm looking at what could be an upgraded version of the villages that we find. And I really think that this should get more attention on the workshop, because this would be cool, maybe not the exact look, but a modified version could be incorporated by the developers into the game for a more advanced villager type location. But if we go upstairs, where of course we, a Greek Roman type temple, we have nice elevators. We have our functionality. We have the ammo box, oxygen station. We have some, constructors, more cargo boxes, and then we have food processors, and of course a little fridge, decorative fridge, which is fine. We still get the same amount. And now we have a switch. And the switch, if I go to God mode, it shows signal 1. But what this actually does is coming out here, you see we have some turrets already in place. And they're kind of shooting through the teeth, which is useful in a way. But, if you've got a drone coming at a certain angle, it's not going to help. We've seen that with another base. But what we also have is, if I flip the lever, this. Trapdoors pop up revealing sentry guns, which of course with this placement means they can actually aim for them upwards, and they would be able to get a little bit better targeting area, I think, of incoming danger. So you can do that if you want, and of course it just kind of looks like two red eyes looking at you, ready to just bore into your soul with anger or something. So, very nice touch there. It works from a functional standpoint, and it's got a nice cosmetic feel to it with the red coloring for it. And then at the top, we have grow plots. Because, if you've got food processors, you pretty much need a place to grow some food. So, yeah. And that's it. We got one ventilator, pretty much to cover the whole place. That's all you really need. Very efficient with that design. And it looks good. Like I said, I think this should be maybe, just the functional aspect a little bit up above, but this is one that I could see being used for like an ancient temple within the game's POIs themselves. That would be a really cool option to see. And we do have just like the little snouts here, kind of enclosed areas. So nothing major on those. That's where you see we got our multicolored balls. And yeah, that's pretty much the extent of it. So not a very complicated design, not overly involved, but it's got a very cool texturing to it, and you can see right here, a little glimpse just above the ventilator or core. So you're not going to take too many hits up there if somebody was wanting to attack you. But it does look good, and I do like the serpent dragon style look. Not necessarily dragon, but it is like a serpent, you know, gigantic snake type look that, you know, it really works well. I think it fits well with the theme, like, you know, you're saying there. It does fit the theme of being an not the usual design you will see on the workshop. And that was the core element, is it doesn't have to be weird, it just has to be weird compared to the workshop, something you don't normally see. So unusual, oddball, I guess, something like that for the way to describe the theme. But yeah, this works, and I really like it. And it really does, especially the interior, show how clean and polished you can make things look in the game. Yes, let me go back through it. I'll go ahead and open up the switch again. There are sentry guns there where the little trapdoors come out, so it can be eyes. And they're red to make it look like, you know, red eyes. So yeah, that's the look there, Danny, if you missed it. Lasers. Shooting lasers, that would be kind of nice, but you'd have to change the placement. I'm not sure if you could get the eyes to look right with that because of the size of the sentry turrets. If you did laser turrets, might make the eyes a little bit widely spaced. Maybe if he did do a bigger overall build to it, like the whole thing was increased in size about 20%, then that could work. But I don't think you'd want some eyes that are a little bit wide set apart. But this is, again, the Effigy level 5 weird base from jrandall. And look at costs. The costs are not that bad. It's mostly stone dust, some iron, 36 grow plots, some silicon for all the glass, and a little bit of sathium. But again, this is not something you probably want to use for normal survival. You'd probably go for something cheaper than this. This is more for if you want to make a statement in your game and maybe scare away a few Zurats because they're like, what is this big monstrous thing with teeth looking at me? So, alright. So, anybody have questions on the Effigy before we move on? Like I said, I'm trying to keep it to about 10 minutes each, but any of them we can go a little faster on, then it works for me. It saves some time. You know, just lets us keep moving. So I'll give you a moment to keep everything going. And like I said, you know, I do have new stuff going this week. I've got new overlays for both YouTube streams and Twitch. If you haven't followed me on Twitch, check out there too. See all the new graphics I've got. And the bottom of it, without the ground, there is, it does have a little walkway that goes way down. But I'd put it kind of where it fit into the ground so that this wasn't like sticking up above the ground. But it does have some posts there to help with uneven ground areas if you find something like that to help out their doom. Thank you, Tactician. I had somebody make me a bunch of stuff. We're going to have a whole bunch of new stuff set up for that as we start getting into, hopefully, longer streams now that I'm clearing some stuff from my schedule and going to try to free things up a bit so I can do longer streams. But any more questions about this before we move on to the next one, which is was a gimme. This is one I had to choose on the next one. Alright, well, it seems everybody's just talking about the design itself. Nobody's got questions. So yes, this is the Effigy, and it comes from jrandall. And I will later on have all the links put up with the video once it goes up on the channel after the live stream's over. I'm also going to put together a save copy of the game like it is here, so you can actually go in and just look at all of these in one game save and just import it into your game if you want to, instead of having to spawn them in one by one. So that will be coming up later. So we'll go ahead and we'll move on. And now this one, this was one of 3 sent to me by Weeb111. He asked for me to pick which one I wanted to use, and you know, you shouldn't have done that. That kind of put me in a position where I had to pick the one that bears my namesake in there. This is the Fort Spicy Ranch. And I like it because it's got spicy in the name, but also because it sounds like almost a food theme on it. It's like, hey, we named this because we really enjoy Spicy Ranch. You know, Spicy Ranch goes great on our tacos. So this is Fort Spicy Ranch, and now it's not the weird factor, like it doesn't look alien or anything. It looks more to me like a typical type, you know, fort you might see in some kind of survival game, a zombie apocalypse game. Like, hey, we've patched this together with some cement walls, and this is what we've got going, and this is how well it works, and this is how it looks. Now, so yeah, there is some issues here, uneven ground, of course. I tried to make it where stuff was not buried too much in it, but we have a lot of wood walkways and cement basis for it, so it means it's not going to be too costly for you. And the big thing is we got some solar power in here along with our generators. I like how it's kind of tucked back, like almost you're making the best of a situation, like, we just need a place to cram some power in because this is like just a cheap survival fort type thing, and big archway to walk through. I could see this if we ever get gates in the game. I could see this being a spot for a gate in there, and it just feels nice with all the, you know, like a comfy little fort where people were trying to survive against some drastic situation. And so we got a nice little lounge area, and we got, you know, very nice texture. You got like a nice look to the bookshelves right here, where it actually has something behind them, doesn't have them just standing open. We got a nice view outside, little cafeteria area. People can come sit down and talk. We got, of course, fridge and some food processing in here, along with closets. But closets seem to be good multifunctional. And then our bathroom, very nicely decorated, but, you know, blue and white tile. Maybe it's not your style color. We got bunk beds and office desk, and then more over here. Maybe, you know, this is somebody higher up. Maybe a family gets to live there. And then you got the little girls' room. That's what we're going to call it, the little girls' room. Then we got our core just in the corner. And then we've got some over here. I like the outside, like, patio. Like, oh, it's nice and sunny here. And let me make sure my time... Nope, time is going. I had time turned off earlier. Let's make sure we're in the right spot. So, I love the outdoor patio type look. You know, hey, we're going to have a barbecue. Maybe we'll get, like, a little mini furnace at some point we could put outside and use as a barbecue grill. And, that would really look well over there. Let's go ahead. We'll hop over to the greenhouse areas, which have a very nice greenhousey look. I mean, we've got glass windows everywhere to let the light in. You know, natural light is what you expect from a greenhouse type thing. And then we, of course, have our grow plot areas. 9 grow plots each. There's 3 areas here, so that's 27 grow plots. And then we go hop across, do the same thing, another 27 grow plots in 3 areas over here. So that is 54 grow plots total on the base right here. And yes, need a basement where it can stash zombies that we capture. Maybe have some kind of trapdoor area, or better yet, we need to be able to incorporate a moat around it. It needs to have a moat and a drawbridge. That's what it needs. We need a little drawbridge moat area on this. But we do have nice tower walls with defenses. You can see we've got a little walkway, you know, a set of stairs coming up from each side, and it just kind of walks down to the ground, as opposed to having a dedicated little, you know, pathway over there. And we'll come into the, yes, this is just the second base jet set still. And so we're in the production area. We got plenty of storage. We also got food processing over here, in case you just want to do, I guess, bulk processing here. more fridges, our, advanced constructors, and more storage, all on the wall. And then we got fuel storage and some ammo storage. I also do not have any ammo in it right now, so I'm getting a lot of clicking from the sentry guns and turrets trying to shoot the little bugs as they crawl around outside. But yeah, this is Fort Spicy Ranch, because they like their ranch to be spicy. And I had to use it. It was my name in there. So I do that. Now, yes, it might limit your HVs in here. Of course, there is no actual docking pad area specifically marked for hover vessel, small vessel landing. So you could say, hey, I'm going to build, like, say right here, I'm going to build a little tower that comes up here, and this is a landing pad for a small vessel. It could stick out a little bit, maybe. And you could always widen the arch if you wanted to use a larger hover vessel. I think more like a small truck type thing. Like, oh, hey, we're going to go out on a supply run. We're going to go gather supplies, chop down trees, gather some plants and stuff. So it makes me think more like you would just need space for a small supply hover vessel to go through, rather than like a big tank one. No, the bases do not have to be functional. I wanted just something unusual. Now, functionality does help Doom. Having a functional aspect does increase the likelihood you're going to get attention on the workshop for it, and that people are going to use it. If it just looks nice, and it limits the use, but that was not the main focus. Form was the big focus here, just something weird, and then functional was second. So, there we got a ton of solar panels over here. So, you've got the maximum amount of solar panels. What is it? 15 is maximum, I believe. So, it's a very nice setup in terms of handling solar power. And they're angled, so as long as you get it angled a pretty decent placement, you should get plenty of output. Like right now, I've got more than what I'm using, so I'm actually building up battery charge. So, it works well on that point. Now, here are questions on the Fort Spicy Ranch by Weeb111. ijroker. Okay, sorry about that. ijroker. Steam has a very small overlay on my system at times, so it's hard for me to see the name, but I'll make sure to fix that, ijroker. Sorry about that. Your eye looked like a lowercase j. Threw me off. But, alright, so Fort Spicy Ranch from Weeb111. Nice little, apocalyptic looking type base, fort location. Functionality, yes. Very nice little living compound. All this stuff, I like all that. And it just looks nice. And then, of course, the power place. We do have extra room. You can add more fuel tanks, generators, whatever you need there. But it doesn't seem to need a huge amount of power. And I've got 47 hours of power right now with, 98%. And it is building up battery charge. So, it does work. Yes, Walking Dead type headquarters sort of thing is what it makes me think of. I could see something like this in 7 Days to Die, or something like that becoming a base. It seems to work just for that apocalyptic scenario in my head. That's how it looks to me. So, again, this is Fort Spicy Ranch, because, hey, it says spicy in the name, and it's Weeb111. So, again, links in the description below after the video goes live once the stream's done. And I will have a game save file you can import, so you'll have everything here the same way we're looking at it right now. Alright, now, moving on. This is one I was really interested in once I saw the post for it, because it is also game-themed. This is the Subnautica Quarantine Enforcement Platform, based around Subnautica, from Doom Noodle. So, it was one I really want to see how detailed you went on it, how far you took it to make it in terms of functionality. And, I'm not surprised you didn't go make it perfectly functional, trying to recreate all the elements of it. But it is a very functional one. And, yeah, I did not get it placed out on the water because I could not find the right spot for it. But as you can see, there are, it's enclosed on the outside. It doesn't have any other openings on these parts right here. It's nothing underneath. And I did have to hollow it out a good bit. So it's got one opening here, which is the beachfront opening, where we go in the actual game itself. You got, I love how you change the coloring and everything. So you got a little purple light here. This is where you put in the little artifact tablet. And then you got the other one here. So I really like your use of the repair stations for that. That was really clever, Doom. And I love how you've actually got the texturing to look pretty close to it. It's got a very good look to everything. And yes, I wish the auto leveling terrain feature would be added too, jrandall. That would be so helpful in getting bases to level out right. That's the biggest problem with base designs when you bring them in from the workshop, is getting them to line up right. But we do have this, and it looks really good. And so I love that you've managed, Doom, to practically recreate the overall feel of it. All the green lighting everywhere. It feels like it's right in place. And of course, I did not expect you to have like everything perfectly done. I do love you've got the big control panel here thing. And we go here. We got the little stairway, leads down and comes down. And we're here in that central area. And going to one side, I think it's this side, leads to the moon pool area. Going to where you can dock your Cyclops. And then this side is the one that's supposed to lead to the teleport portal, the warp gate. And so I kind of hoped you might do that, but when I saw it as I was placing it, I realized you didn't do that part. But yeah, this definitely has that feel. I hope you keep working on it, Doom, and see if you can, as we get new features in the game, expand it out more and make it be a complete recreation of it, because it looks really good. I love how you adjusted, like I said, the lighting and the repair stations to look like the little panels where you put in the alien artifacts. So I'm really pleased with that, and it just looks great. And of course, now the top area, we never really get to go in this side of the gun enforcement platform. It's not something we see in the game unless you use like free cam or something. So this is where we've got our core and our fuel tanks and everything, and then just this big tower that leads up. That's basically statue type thing. It has some functionality, but it's not meant for you to survive in it. And again, it will need to be buried somewhat. Really, it needs to be this part here. This end needs to be more in water, with this just kind of coming off of the water. I think that's where the problem is, getting it buried at the right height and the right placement on water, so it's not putting water inside the walking areas of the base. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how well you pulled this off, Doom. That it looks really great, and it really does fit to the look of the gun enforcement platform. So we're moving along quickly. Yeah, it could be a good candidate for an NPC point of interest. I mean, they could always turn it into like, hey, this is our big stationary gun platform that we totally did not take from Subnautica, and just use it like, hey, here's this. Or maybe at some point they make gigantic turrets in the game for the NPC bases, and we have something like this that can two-shot a capital vessel, depending on its size class. That would be something possibly we could see this being used for. But yeah, it is the Subnautica quarantine enforcement platform, the big gun that you watch shoot down the sunbeam. Hey, maybe that could be the next thing you do, Doom Noodle. Make the sunbeam from, speculation on how it should look. Yeah, they can't use it to copyright. They could, they'll change it. We'll change the color of it, and they'll get to use it somehow. they'll do something like that. We'll have a big gun in here. But that is, again, the Subnautica Quarantine Enforcement Platform from Doom Noodle, our very own Doom Noodle, who is here in chat, and, of course, on our Discord server. Very active. Hidden option. Double-click the blueprint in the library. I have been told that, Myrmidon, and I have tried that, and it never works for me. I have tried to do it with that. I tried a different method somebody else said. Never works for me. Cannot see it firing, Sala. It doesn't actually have the mechanisms in the game for it to be able to rotate and do something. Now, I mean, maybe if we had like a beacon type thing that could shoot up into the air, like how Planet Nomads has the beacons, that would work. But and yeah, it's something we need more functionality from Empyrion devs on that part. But yeah. Recreate the Aurora. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Well, you'll have to recreate the Aurora and kind of figure out how to put it back together all in one piece, right? And figure out what to go in the front part of the ship that we don't get to see after it blows up. Alright, so let's move on and make sure I'm keeping this going in the right order. This is the Icon Settlement base. I'll get a good view of it right here. This is Icon coming to us from Red Baron. And it's, you know, it's a base. It's a standard type base, but it's got a very interesting look. It makes me think of, like, this right here. Stark Tower, Avengers. Like, there's a little platform. If it went up a little bit higher, it'd be the Avengers Tower. It'd be Stark Tower right there. Yes. That's what it makes me think of it. I say, Doom, you got the same idea on that. So, I like it. I like the decorative statues. And it's actually really functional. We've got defenses around it. And coming up here, we go in, Gate B, and it tells you your clearance, which is nice. I mean, I like that. We got a repair bay right here, so you can get repaired. We've got plenty of parking space, and it's nice open glass. Not the best for defense when you're getting shot at, but, hey, yeah, it's a lot of glass. And now this is one, drone maintenance. I really love this part. I love this detail, and it really, honestly, made me think of that Tom Cruise movie, Oblivion, because it made me think of, I'm pretty sure the drones in that movie are very similar to this, and that's kind of what this made me think of, was like, here's the drones for going out and, you know, protecting areas and protecting you while you're out doing your job. But we have, of course, our repair bay control panel here, and yeah, it says use temporary console. So in case you want to, you know, move it somewhere else. Armor locker, O2 station, ammo box, and of course we have a closet there. And then we have our grow beds, which is very interesting that you got the same style looking lights on the sides and on the top. Especially with being so, you know, open with the glass, it's very bright. We need some kind of daylight sensor so that lights can be turned off in areas during bright daylight to save power, and that would work great in here because you got so much glass opening up everything that you can see the whole area. But we got nice little dining area here. Got our fridges over there. Go get your food. Come get your food processing done here. We got a ton of grow plots right here. And we'll keep going this way and come back around to the tower itself. We got our cargo boxes here and the same type setup over here. You know, under construction, no vehicles right here. Sorry, it's off limits, everyone. I like that little attention to detail. And here's our main gate coming in, or gate A, which is a smaller clearance. The other one, I believe, said 9x5. This is a 7x5. So, this is, you know, nice and open here. No repair bay over here. So if you need that, you got to go to the other side. We have our cargo area, production area. And I like, you know, in this case, I know we had a design recently on my showcase. I was like, the multicolored boxes seem out of place because everything else was so polished. In this case, you've got the same multicolored boxes, but they're stacked and arranged really well together rather than just a jumble pile of them. And this is more, to me, acceptable because, hey, if I want it to look a certain way, I just go and recolor it real quick and done. But this looks like at least there's some organization to it. And I like the placement. It's not dead center, but it's close. Like here, we've got our constructors on this side and just more storage. And then, of course, going through the big door here, we have access to the original bay there. Now, we go through here, tower and gardens, and we come into the big open area. Basically, you know, a little outdoor relaxation place. We've got some nice, you know, old structures, you know, antique. Here's a little water well, which I don't know why you really want that. Maybe just to come here and splash your face a bit. Kind of Romanesque, Greek style look to it. Then we come out, we've got a nice little, you know, alien statue, monolith type thing. I mean, I don't see that being artwork. I think that's more just, hey, we found this from this ancient civilization that was on this planet. We're going to put it here for decoration. And, you know, I like the open air. I like the look of the plants outside the open area, but it makes me feel like it has to be done on a planet with breathable atmosphere, because if you put it on a planet with no breathable atmosphere, the plants should die. Even though they're decorative plants, they won't. They should. So it makes it feel like you should have this on a planet where you can just breathe normally. And yeah, then you got these blocks right here. I like that one. That's very, very, kind of makes me think like, you know, almost Egyptian, Greek, maybe. You know, I'm not sure design-wise. And we have another one of our little water troughs over here. And then our, you know, Ghostbuster demon dog statues on the outside. Celtic Cross, there we go. Okay, thank you, Jet Set. Coming in, we have more production. We have, well, power station furnace control. Here we've got plenty of storage, along with some more ammo, and our big furnace. So maybe you just want to bring your ores in here and, you know, smelt all your ores in the furnace. This is where you do it. Plenty of fuel storage here. And as you can see, we have the elevator, the lift, depending on, you know, where you live in the world, how you like to call it. Ground ops, med bay, crew quarters, band quarters, air ops, and landing pad. And then, you know, I really like the decoration here with the generator, big generator in the wall, and the fuel tanks along the side. And I'm glad for the contrast between the yellow, gold color and the plain silverish, titanium looking color. Here you've got all of these in yellow. It makes that stand out because of the different color contrast between them, instead of it being just more gold, yellowish color on the fuel tanks there. So, coming up, we have our ground operations control, you know, harvesting status. Hey, we're producing vegetables at 4.2% yield. All right. And ration packs restocked 100. Hey, we've got some good news right here. And Zerats detected in grid 5R. Predator activity increasing in grid 8L. Okay, not sure which those are, but yes, very, very detailed, very good on this. And we have some shout outs here to some of my preferred designs, as well as some of your own designs, like the K-Bar, the Anubis, the Skeletal. We have some of those being thrown in there. So definitely a little nod to some of our creators there. So you guys should be very happy with this one. And then, you know, just a lot of information. Makes it feel like it's actually an operations center. It feels a little weird with this block in the way, but hey, we've got these little panels back here. And, you know, just geologic survey or whatever. And it looks really good. Now this, defensive shield walls. So, it doesn't cover up the glass. It just pops the shutters up. So it kind of protects you a little bit. Not a lot. You can still get past here. I think if it could have been made to fit a little bit more closely, that will work. Or maybe we could have a shield type dome function that could be added. Like, oh, hey, you turn this on. Now you have a big dome shield around your structure. That would be cool. Have something that's like it can only take so much damage before it recharges. Takes a lot of power to do it. That would be cool. But, you know, there are gaps there in the shield walls when they go up. And we have some more nice displays there. So coming up, obviously, we are not in the med bay. We're entering the med bay. And we got a shower. We got our scanners. And then we've got, of course, if you need to rest, you're in here, you're sick, you got bunk beds. I hate to be the guy climbing into the top bunk with the broken leg. But hey, maybe, you know, they kind of arrange them where certain patients are not in the top bunk. And then we got our clone chamber and med station, and our elevator now, instead of continuing up that side, continues up this way. And we have our living quarters. So if you are sick, you get sick in the night, you just go right downstairs and throw up in the med bay. So we got some bunk beds. I hate to be these guys that are trying to go to sleep, but somebody's wanting to watch some TV at night. We got that. We got our, you know, closets here, some decorative plants in the top area. And then, coming up, Captain's Quarters, Commander Quarters. It does say Greetings Commander over here. And so, yes, it's your quarters. You got automatic assistant. You got a little AI to help you out. More of your own statues, just because, hey, you really like the demon dog statue, so you wanted your own. And then you got your log, and it's day one, because you already, we're already started in this. And then we've got a nice little kitchenette area. No fridge, though, just a little kitchenette. And then going up top, we have our nice little bed area, which you can actually look down, make sure nobody's sneaking around underneath you. And then you got this little plant up here in a closet, and just very polished, very decorative, high lifestyle area for the commander. And then we have air operations control. This, to me, it feels kind of bad that the commander has to have people going up and down through the middle of his private quarters. Like, if he wants privacy, what are they going to do? They don't have a way to say, well, all right, Captain, I kind of need to go back down to my bunk below, and I have to go through your quarters, so kind of limits it a bit there. But air operations control, we've got our SVs, the Merc, we got a prefab showing up there, and then you'll see resupply, CV, 126 days, Xerax drones are showing up here, unknown freighter here, tons of stuff like that, just more information. And then oxygen station, our cargo containers, armor locker, ammo box, and then going up past all this, and here's another cargo box there hidden away, we come up to the launching pad, which is a small launching pad. Not going to get a very big small vessel up there, especially with the light right here. You might want to move the light away from there if you have a longer SV. Like, let's see, we'll try one of these. Where's that one that's really long, prefab? We'll go with that one. So yeah, this one is pushing it. It will actually sit on top of the light. So you probably need to go with removing the light if you have a longer SV. But, yes, and maybe you could do it, like you're saying with the shutter doors. That's a nice little touch. Have something maybe in the captain's quarters if he's the one being woken up in the middle of the night. He's the one that runs and goes, click, and shields the whole place really quickly. That would be a really nice little touch. But yeah, I think they should add some kind of shield that can be turned on. And honestly, in terms of this, for just having a nice view, makes me think of the little walkout in Lord of the Rings and Minas Tirith. Almost like, you're walking out to look down upon the rest of the city. Or for the captain's yacht. Yes, Danielle. I still think the captain should have a bigger yacht than that length, though. But yes, this is, again, the Icon Settlement base by Red Baron. And it is, actually, we'll take a look at this, because this is kind of pricey on the stone dust. You'll do a lot of stone dust, and a bit on the iron and silicon, but the rest is not that bad. Sathium, yeah, this is going to be a little bit later. It's unlocked level 20, as you see here, so you'll get plenty of Sathium from the hardened steel blocks. You'll need a good bit of neodymium, and the rest of Zascosium might make you a little stretched for that if you wanted to build this for a functional base in your single-player game. And then, of course, just trying to get everything leveled up right underneath where the bases are placed. But it does give a nice feel to it. And you got big open area here for the shutter doors to come up and act as defensive shielding guards. And just, yeah, you got defensive turrets. You got plenty of light. And if they ever add something like here's automatic lighting on and off for the amount of daylight you have, a sunlight sensor, this would work perfectly, because you'd be able to cut down on the amount of power you're using during the day when you don't need it. And even, I think you could probably toss in some, if you really want to, toss some solar panels in, like on those little junctions in the corners like that, or up here to increase the amount of solar power you could have from it, and it'd work even better. But yeah, this works. It's very polished, very nice looking, and it definitely stands out when you look at it from a base standpoint, because it's not the traditional style base we see. So, yeah, that is Red Baron's Icon Settlement base. And now, this next one, we're actually going to ditch the planet for a moment. I'm trying to keep them going in submission order as much as I can. So we're going to go up into space, into orbit, and I'm hoping I'm close enough. They're somewhere in this vicinity. Helps if I turn my heads-up display back on. There we go. So here we go. The Guardian class Starbase. This is coming to us from Lord Prayas, Marcel Prayas on the workshop, Lord Prayas on our Discord. And this is, you know, it's an interesting base in that, like, the structures that drop down here in the corners like that and this are, you know, I thought at first it was supposed to go on the ground, and I was looking at the pictures like, oh wait, no, this is supposed to go in space. And now this is definitely one, if you want a very large landing pad for a big capital vessel. I mean, look at the size of this. This is very similar to another solar little space station base I've looked at in the past where it had a very large landing pad specifically for handling large capital vessels. But basically you've got that. You just got this, you know, some landing pads here and what can be either 2 landing pads or, if you really need it, a really big landing pad. Like, let's see, I have got, we'll do the Perseus because we've seen that before. We've looked at it. See, even the Perseus would actually fit on this. You could actually dock the Perseus on this and still have a little bit of room to spare. So, very massive landing pad. Also, no, we have not missed the tree yet, Zach. I'm going in submission order, so we're going to go back down to the planet after this. Just wanted to go a quick showcase up here on this one before we went down on to the next one back on the planet. So we are here. And this is the Starbase Galactic Trade Hub, which really kind of, that's how it looks. Looks like it's meant for a lot of space traffic. Now we've got 2 ways to go. We're going to go this way first because it's a shorter trip. Nice little open area leading around where we can see down on the underside. And we've got some very long staircases there, as opposed to elevators. But we can just go basically all around the outside edge of this. And we've got another little spot, J Tower prison block. So you got a place to put, you know, people who are a little bit rowdy. And we've got, this is just basically the whole outside area. You've got a lot of walking you're going to do. Gravity generator over here because you probably need it. You're still going all around like this. Sapphire Tower, the VIP tower. So we've got all these are the towers on the end. So like here you can see we're kind of the blue thing tower. You got the red thing. So basically that's the part, this little track, the outer edge is what you're walking along in that area. And it's a long walk, so you know, bring a snack. You might need it. We also have these little areas here that you can walk out into like that. So let's start. We'll go ahead. We'll start with the yellow. We'll go with the yellowish one. So, easiest way. Find our way back up here. There we go. Entrance. So, the gold tower. And, actually, I think I don't have oxygen in here right now, so let me keep God mode on for a moment. We have living quarters. It doesn't say anything special. It's just like, kind of like, here's living quarters. You got nice little rooms. Oh, hey, you got your own fridge and everything in here. How lucky are you? And then here's an actual kitchen area. And we just, you know, keep going down. We've got another section here, similar rooms. A similar room setup. Actually, I think identical room setup on this one. And then this right here just keeps going. And keep going and keep going. You got more rooms, you know, some more living quarters is all it is. And yeah. So you got this nice little living quarters area, and it has its own weapons underneath to protect each one. So now this side, going around, yeah, the observation deck, as you say, John. J Tower prison block. For those that break the station law, your ass belongs here. So, coming in here, hopefully it's not, well, alright, so they got a kitchenette, shower area. Yes, very sparse. I don't see why, I guess maybe this is the guards. Why would the prisoners get a nice, you know, closet? Oh, cafeteria, very stripped down cafeteria. There we go. We'll go down. Next floor. Same thing. So basically, yeah, each floor is for a few prisoners. They have their own little food area and their own little bunk beds and closets. I think they got too much luxury on this one. I think that's too luxurious for your prisoners in here. I mean, come on, have you seen most of the, space station movies type thing? Like Guardians of the Galaxy, they didn't have this. They were piled in, sleeping in the floor together. So this seems more like a troops barracks than maybe a prison type thing. Just because, I mean, it's not super nice, but it's also a little bit too nice for prisoners, if you ask me. Then, we don't have any connection over here. This is a separate section, so these drop down on their own. And of course, you don't want a secondary way out of the prison block. So maybe that's the guards' quarters, the military quarters, and then the prison block. So if there's a prison break, they're next door to each other. They're neighbors. So then, we'll go this way. We'll go to the blue tower, the sapphire tower, sorry. VIP tower. In Europe, all prisons are humane. Well, we're in space. This is not Europe. And I'm thinking like Guardians of the Galaxy. They were not humane in there. So, but same thing. We got more quarters. Pretty much the same thing. It's just the VIP tower. And honestly, I'm not seeing anything here that screams VIP. I'm not seeing any extra luxury to it. Other than maybe you're supposed to have the space station facing a certain way. I really don't see any like special luxury going on here. It looks to be pretty much the same as the gold skyscraper, as opposed to like the VIP tower. But that could just be me. Maybe the beds are a little bit softer. And here we are in the Crimson Tower, the red tower, and Crimson Tower with blue tile. Come on, we need red tile in here. That should be red. Alright, and same setup. So a similar setup to the other ones. Just nicer carpet in this one. That's pretty much what it is. These towers are living quarters. This is where everybody comes to live. And I guess Sapphire... Actually, the Sapphire doesn't look quite as good to me as the Crimson Tower does. I think more like the Crimson Tower would be the VIP. But that's that. Who am I to, judge? Alright, so now... okay, we are in the other section. This is... Coming in here, this is where we went down into the observation deck. And, oh wait, that's right, we do have this lower section here too. We have these stairs that lead down. And this leads us to this outside, well, not outside, we're still enclosed, but we're kind of walking along this little area of the outside section. And we come in here, and it's kind of, it feels very dark. I feel like it could use some better lighting. So here we are in the big mess hall. I guess best way to say it. Not cafeteria, it's the mess hall. And you got plenty of toilets here in case people get sick. And then at the end, the cantina. So you place your order, take a seat, and they have some waitress somewhere, server that's going to bring your stuff out to you because no customers back here, but I'm going to do that anyway. So we've got a large number of food processors. We have our fridges here, the decorative one, then the standard themed ones. And then coming up, we come into a grow plot area. So you actually are going to have your grow plots you need to put in for this. But we do have a lot. Now the thing here that I see is when you put them in, the bottom is going to be showing here. So make sure you go with, wood, concrete, or steel. You're probably going to want to go with steel so it looks right, as opposed to having like wood. But you could possibly say, like, you know what, I want a wood texture up there, so I'm going to go with the wood grow plots and have that look a little differently. No Man's Sky East, I've already played. I started playing that for Twitch, and I have already stopped playing it for Twitch because I do not like it that much. It is very tedious and problematic, so I have already dropped playing it. Alright, let's see. We came in this way. So let's go ahead and jump over here real quick. Look at the little observation area. Here you actually are outside, so make sure you got your gravity, you know, magnetic boots on so you don't go flying off. And then, door did not open. There we go. The casino. Gotta have a little place for, you know, relaxation and enjoyment. A casino floor, which, it looks more like just a betting area. Like, come place your bets. Yeah. For boxing and stuff. And then, oh, you can place your bets for Spange's cyclone races. So make sure you do that. And then I guess this is where you watch everything. So obviously those are not being conducted here. And then I think I need my suit light for this. Very dark in some places. So I guess ATMs, so you can come up here and place bets too. So we do have a, you know, casino here. Interesting. Doesn't feel like a casino I would expect, but you know, I guess it works. We come over here. Now this is more what I might be expecting. You know, casino. Here's all the people. Maybe this is like the actual. This is where everybody keeps the money, and they're monitoring all the cameras, make sure nobody's cheating. You know, but don't cheat. Hey, that guy's counting cards. Go get them. And this is where the vaults for all the other money too. Ooh, I like that. I like the feel of open space right here that you can walk under. I like how that's put together. That does make it feel really. It opens up a little bit to me. It makes it where it's not just row after row of cargo boxes like that. So that's the casino. If I find my way back wherever I was. All right, so we went through the blue. Right, all right, so that's that side. This is where we need to go. We need to go this side. Oh, wait, not that side. Maybe this side. Yeah, here we go. It's getting a little confusing. So we do have another walkway that leads back over there. And this is another lookout over here. So here's our med bay and eye doctor. Holodeck and med center. Okay, so let's go to holodeck. We're going to, yeah, or med center, right? This is med center. It looks very luxurious. Big waiting room. Plenty of places for a family to wait while their loved ones are being examined up here. Very open and spacious. Don't see any kind of separation. If somebody's got a really bad disease, you don't really have much you can do other than stuff them in one of the tanks here. Maybe like cryo chamber. Just be like, here, get in. We've got to quarantine you. So, but we've got everything. We got our scanners all in the middle of the room. That also seems a little lacking of privacy. Like, hey, we gotta get you naked to scan you right here real quick, and you're, you know, this person over here is gonna stand here and look at you. It seems like it needs to be a little bit of privacy in here, but it does look nice. Very luxurious area here. Like the, you know, contrast the green to the whitish gray plants there. And we got showers up here and toilets up here for anybody waiting down here who wants to, you know, come grab a shower while they wait, I guess. Holodeck controls. Enter voice commands so you can use the main controls. And you come in, I guess this is our, you know, control area. And then you come up and be like, hey, let's do, all right, here we go, holodeck. The trippy holodeck. There we go. Look at that. We got nice little area. That, you know, obviously we don't have that function in the game, but that's, you know, kind of does give the implication there's some kind of display thing that's going to happen. Oh, and yeah, there goes that lack of oxygen in the base. I've never put oxygen in these, just power. So let me fix my screen. There we go. All right. So we got a holodeck, we've got a med bay. That's the undersides. That's all the underside of this. That's just that section so far. So now, going in this, we go across to the little, like, proper command center, I guess it would be. Come in here, we've got our production area. with our landing bay. You know, you got a little cargo bay, smaller SV, nothing major. You got a little shuttle bay. So this is where you bring in the cargo ships, and that's where you're going to have the actual, like, people, you know, delivery ships. Furnace, we've got multiple advanced constructors, plenty of ammo boxes, armor lockers, cargo boxes. So all you need right here. And CDOP. I'm not sure. Cargo drop-off point. There you go. Cargo drop-off point. So basically, fly in, turn your SV around, and look that way, and we pull the cargo out and drop it there, and then it gets sorted away into cargo boxes. We have turbo lift to shuttle bays. So let's see. Well, we can't go up, so that's the only way down. Which means this is where you're going to get to your shuttle bay. And you can go over here. I am here to do something. I'm here to check your fuel storage, ma'am. So we got fuel storage, offline, everything like that. Plenty of stuff in here. And I think we are gone well over the 10 minutes for this. So we're going to have to try to wrap this up quickly. Big base, big base. And same thing over here. So we got our shuttle places. We got our cargo box places. You know, everything dropped off for there. Coming up, we are in a lounge. I can see. Some kind of, you know, just big meeting area. I feel like there should be more plants in here. Like decorative plants along the edge. Or maybe some kind of, like, you know, stairs leading up to a walkway that lets you get up to the edge and actually stand here and look out at, like, oh, look, nice planet view right there. Yeah, I could see that being the case. It feels a little bit sparse in here without extra stuff. Even with all the NPCs, it feels a little too open that you don't have anything else going on. So now, oh, I heard door. No, okay, that was the lower one. So we are in command deck, which doesn't feel as empty. It does have empty spots. I feel like we could have more stuff up here rather than just all this open space that feels wasted. But we do have plenty of displays, plenty of NPCs doing their job, hopefully. And then we have this to make sure everybody, like, hey, make sure you dock on this one over here, and then thank you, bye. So we got a space here for a turret, space here for another turret, and there's already turrets in place, but nothing major. We do have solar panels too, but mine are not placed in the right orientation to the sun at the moment, so I'm not getting solar power. Make sure if you place this down in your game, you aim this part for solar power, because I did not do that. But yes, it is a very large base. Obviously, some of the open space is hard to figure out what to fill and put in there to make it feel a little bit more, feel not as empty, a little bit more compact, homey. You know, like you're not just wandering around and just this big open space looking for whatever you can to, you know, hey, you know, why do I have to walk all this way to get over here when there's just open nothing? Alright, so that was the Guardian class Starbase, once again, by Lord Prayas, Marcel Prayas. Thank you for that massive design. That took up so much time. Now we're going to jump on to, Doom. If you need to move fast with God mode, if you hold forward and hold shift, you go faster. If you hold control, you go faster. And then when you hold shift and control, you go even faster. So your control shift makes you go really fast. Alright, now this is the tree on a table, or tree table and figurines for the challenge from TwoTon. And it's definitely an unusual design. It is a fir tree, I think, basically. Looks like it'd be a, you know, little fir tree on a table kind of thing. You know, like Christmas tree, basically. A little mini Christmas tree. And it's very decorative. You got plenty of gift boxes. We'll call it. Gift boxes up top with turrets on them. This thing is fully loaded. And as you see, they've been trying to shoot at the bugs over there. I don't have any ammo in there, so not successful in that. But look at this. All these turrets. And, you know, control codes, I guess. A little bit of solar power on it, too. Just tons of stuff going on there. Then you have, hidden in the wood texturing, the coloring, sentry guns outside the door, so don't miss those when you're checking this out. Now coming here, you see we've got some ceiling pods. Right here, this one actually has cargo boxes in it, so you can always fly up, kind of jump and grab cargo boxes. Calculator? Could be calculator, yeah. So now, the corners, you come to the corner, and what you're going to do, you walk up, and hey, shutter doors open up, giving you access to an elevator and other stuff. So like right here, we have cargo with cargo boxes and, you know, all that going on right there. Just a bunch of cargo boxes. Tells you, you know, repair station, repair console, part storage, hangar bay. We go crew quarters, first aid. We're going to go this way, but first we're going to stop in here. Here's our production, our advanced constructors, and those little storage boxes, the cargo boxes you can see from below. So basically, you can fly in a small vessel or hover vessel and jump up with your cargo, hit F to, you know, access one of these, and even though you'll fall, you still should be able to access it. And at that point, you can start doing like some of our creators have done. You put your stuff in the cargo box, and then you come up here and access it from below your feet, right next to the advanced constructors, making it a little bit easier to throw stuff in and out of storage. So, now, as I was saying, we'll go this way. This is the next pod over, and this is basically where we don't have cargo boxes showing in the floor. We got crew quarters, you know, nice little setup here, kind of silly, makes you feel like you're looking at a cloud, you know, clouds on a nice blue sky. And you come up here, and, oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. All right, come up here. You got some more bunks up here. The lucky people that get to look down on everyone below and hope they do not sleepwalk off the elevator and break a leg. But this is crew quarters, and we got a nice little lounge area for them to kind of hang out, you know, check their email. We've got our food area, which is coming along this same outside area. So we got food over here. Going back to crew quarters, we got more storage, and this is leading down to another set of the elevators. And we got, you know, your doors here that open and close. And here we got fridge and food processing with, of course, cargo boxes as you come up. And then the kitchen right here. Nice little lounge area again. Toilets, showers right there. And then we go up to the grow plots and the tree's life force. Yes, grow plots, tree's life force, and say goodbye to everybody there. I do love the mixture of texturing here, like the stone and the wood. We've got a huge amount of fuel storage in here. Also, really love the piping look coming out of the core right there. It looks, because of the texturing, coloring, it looks like tendrils from the tree going into the core for power and siphoning power out of the core itself. So yeah, the tree's life force right here in this room. And then we'll come up to the top area above it, and this is the grow plot. So you also see how we have access to the tree from inside this area. But we do have a nice few grow plots. And then, if you want to fly up, you can do it. There's nothing really up here. It's just the look of the tree itself, the trunk, and going way up. And you see we come out, we're here. More of the leaves, stuff like that. It's very nicely done in terms of a creative use of texturing along with block placements to make the look of a tree fit, to give it that look, to make it a successful tree visualization. So let's see, rec center, cafeteria, we've been through there. Constructors we've already looked at, and crew quarters. So basically, yeah, you got this little section here, and it's kind of like this is one pod, that's another pod. There's the constructor pod, and then here's the crew quarters pod. So instead of a tower pod here, it's just an open space. And this, here we go. The showers, proper, you know, amenities, and our medical bay, and, you know, medical scanners, so you can keep yourself healthy, everything. And it's just, considering the look of the design overall, the tree design, you did a really great job with creating the look of a tree. The leaves, the branches, I mean, I really love how well you textured all this. It just looks really good. Also, going to point out that they are not really usable because there's no grow lots around them, though you could add some. But it's dirt and wood, or wood grow plots here to create that dirt look of the planter pot, which is a really creative touch there. I really like that. I'm glad you did something like that. And then there's the big pot, the table, and you basically bring your stuff inside the table. Now, this is the weird thing here. You know, like some stuff just sitting next to it. I could not tell for sure if it was like, it was supposed to be this way, and I'm assuming this is like the presents, the little boxes that fell off the table, or something that fell off the table. That's the little statue. But yes, very nicely done. Very pleasing, TwoTon. May not be, you know, the cheapest base to build because of all the turrets, and we're actually gonna, you know, I'm gonna look at that now. In terms of the restroom, is that's costing 880, 900 neodymium, some gold needed in there, 196 wood grow plots because of the dirt flooring and everything, and then you're gonna need, you know, a good bit of cobalt as well. Main thing is the wood planks, over 13,000 wood planks. So be ready to chop down a lot of trees to build this. A lot of trees to build this. Alright, that is the tree table and figurines by TwoTon, or as he's got the picture in there, it says tree on the table. And just very creative. You know, it's very different. It definitely is not something we see on the workshop. Bigger than your tower, Ron. Hey, some people say size do not matter, Jet Set, so maybe you're okay there. Alright, so moving on. Alright, this one we're going back up into space. Oh, no, we're not. No, never mind. The picture is in space. Threw me off for a second. There we go. This one. This one, the Invader Origin Sphinx base. Because it is made to look like the Sphinx. You know, somewhat. It's not a perfect recreation of the Sphinx. His nose is a little bit too perfectly made in this one. But it's the Sphinx. And his well-armed, I do like the stone, cobblestone brick type texturing. It makes me think of some of the cobblestone texturing from Minecraft, like one of the texture packs that you can get out there for it. But this is a base that looks like the Sphinx and hopefully functions better than the Sphinx. So we come in and we are in the Sphinx area right here. We got the Paul Bar, the Paul Restaurant. We've got let's see, what does this go to? It says bar, okay? So there's the lights for the bar. So you need to make sure you turn the lights on. And come back here. This is not the bar. This is the power storage in the very outside hall. But here's our bar. Got seating, got table, you know, TV for watching the races and the games. You know, got your fridges. Very nicely done interior here. Toilets right outside, so, you know, you get sick, you run out of the bar instead of being sick in the bar. We got the Paul Restaurant. Let's turn on the lights for the restaurant. And more toilets, so, you know, looks a lot like the bar in a way, just no TVs. It's a little bit more like, yeah, it's just the bar, but no TVs. Just more open space here. I think maybe could have changed some of the texturing, make it look a little different in here so the restaurant would stand out a little bit more. There we go. We got our production area here. We got ammo boxes, cargo boxes, oxygen stations, and our advanced constructors, repair stations, armor lockers, more cargo boxes, and of course our doors opening up back here, out the back. So you come in the Sphinx's backside. Take that however you want. But we do have our parking spots along the sides. And you got places, I mean, you park your hover vessel or small vessel right next to your production area. You just, you know, park, grab your cargo, toss it in the box, or toss it in the advanced constructor, get to work. Now, at the backside, we have oxygen storage, some fuel storage here. I like the piping. It makes it feel, I like the combination of piping because you got this, that looks more like a plane tube for oxygen. Then you got this, looks like it's actually drawing power down the tube from the fuel tanks that are glowing. So that's a very nice touch there. And then, let's see, what is this one for? Workshop. So, that's not the workshop. Okay. Maybe the workshop lights were stuck. Or maybe that's turning on the power for the workshop. Let's take a look. Let's see. That's got power. So we're going to turn it off and go back. And now it's got no power. So yes, that turns on and off the advanced constructors. Then we have more fuel storage here. And then that's pretty much it. The up top, you just back outside. Now we do have this little landing pad where you can land some SVs out here. Not very big SVs. But we go in here. We got the elevator from the middle. And that's right next to, I think, was it? Yeah, this door right here as we came in. And I just got, that goes up all the way to the top. We got a nice little shower area, kind of, I guess, you know, decontamination area. Maybe, you know, like, hey, you're coming in from outside, maybe, you know, you need that. But here's also your sleeping area. So I guess that's kind of like the, somehow to do the crew quarters. And then you can come up here and kind of have a nice little walk down, take a look off the side of the Sphinx before you slip and fall, like I did. Yes, it's the Sphinx. It does kind of look like he's got glasses in a way, sunglasses, but I think it's more just the way the nose is there, the way that's done. The nose is what bothers me. And yeah, there are no access ramps, so if you have a hover vessel that's sitting a little bit low, you might need to boost and jump a little bit or angle up as you come in, but I don't think it should be a problem. It's not really that high off the ground here. So it should not be a problem using it without the ramps at the back. But that is the Invader Origin Sphinx base. Once again, this is from Zach McNabb. And Zach, there's Pharaoh's room, okay. Or, well, you're the Pharaoh, you're living here in this. So you are, I am Pharaoh, Mr. Spicy. Pharaoh Spicy. The spiciest of pharaohs, and that's, I want a bigger room. I want my bed to be more luxurious. I need a better place to look down at my kingdom. But that's the, you know, that is the Sphinx base from Zach McNabb. Again, all of these will be linked in the description later when the video, once we get done with the stream and YouTube processes everything, it'll go live. I'll put it up and I'll have it with all of the links as well as a downloadable game save where you can actually jump in like I've got here and play through all these, not have to spawn them in separately. So very nicely done. That, and now I need to get a drink first. Been talking for over an hour straight, so I'm getting a little thirsty. Now, this is one I was really hoping I would see a submission from. This is coming to us from our very own, one of my favorites, jrandall. And this, you can hear the clicking going right now. Turn the turrets off so the clicking doesn't drive me crazy, at least. But this is the Originum Ignotum from jrandall. And this, I did dig out a little bit just to make sure I wasn't missing anything texture-wise on the outside. But it's got a very interesting look compared to other bases. And now the thing that catches my attention the most is the cleanliness of this. Look at this part here. Look at how flush this whole thing angles up all the way up to there. It's just so clean on the actual angles of everything. Everything's just so polished looking. And I would not expect anything less from jrandall on this sort of thing. This is this is just a fantastic design overall. I love just the attention to detail that you put into it, as you always do. So here, we'll start in on this spot. I'd like, got this little kind of, you know, gun sitting here, kind of coming out this little spot and protecting the doorway in. And then coming in, we've got inverted advanced constructor. So everything's hanging upside down, which is kind of, different. You don't see that normally. I did not get all the dirt out, but most of it's gone. You can see there are cargo boxes in the floor and cargo boxes along the wall, so you got plenty of storage, but it's embedded out of your walking path, so it's freeing up some space effectively. Got medic station, oxygen station, and this is that other door that was on the other side here I dug out around as well. No defensive gun right there outside of it. Fridge, food processors, all those things in here. Coming through, we are in another little entry area. Walk out through here. You got cargo boxes. More cargo boxes. So much cargo space, and we got another entrance here. And this one has a gun above it. It also has a nice little overhang, and this is where you'll come up with your hover vessels. It's a ramp that, instead of having something that opens up like we've seen in other designs, it's just set here so you can just drive right over it. So you can come in here on foot. This is your foot storage, and then you go to up above and the hover vessel bay. Nice decorative storage, or decorative deco thing there, and then got some cryo tubes, repair station, armor locker, clone chamber there, so you come back to this lovely base when you die. I like the choice of the look of the lights instead of the plain, big bulbous ones we've gotten so many times. The default ones. And we are in the little cargo bay, or hover vessel area, so you can actually have a little parking spot. Some hover vessels, they come up and park. Not huge hover vessels, but, very nice little spot. And we got some cargo boxes there. Going across, or up here to the elevator, we come up. And we are now in the next area. We can look down again. It's very nice little staggered effect to it. Like, here's one floor, then you have this next one's over here, and this one's over here. So it's got a nice little staggered effect to the look, and it's really well put together. Now here, kind of will have to jump to get down in here, but you can if you want to. Whether you could get back up or not without a jetpack is a different story. But oxygen storage, more decorative storage here, all this stuff. Got your thruster, or your engines, everything here, your generators. We got this one elevator block here. I'm assuming that's just meant to be some kind of decorative block for it. Then coming on up, we're up here into what looks to be like the little lounge area, I guess, because we got, some storage there. We've got showers, or maybe this is just considered crew quarters. We have two doorways. This is the one I came in. This is the one we're going to now. Another elevator leading up into this room. Looks like, kind of a observation deck, which I like the, nice curve. Very nicely done with tying those curves. It does not feel out of place. It's got a smooth transition there. And I like the curved of the glass there. That's very smooth transitions for this. And going up, we are grow beds. Grow bed area, which I like this. It feels like, when I look at it, I feel like I should step down, but I don't. And I like that I can look down below and see other stuff. Oh, did I miss some grow beds there? Yes, I did. I missed some grow beds. Oh, other side of this. Okay, so grow beds here. A few more. Got some food area below, which you can accidentally step down. Make sure you take the curving stairs. O2 tanks. The bar. Okay. So this is the bar area. And we got, I'm assuming, a landing pad. Yes. There's one of the landing pads. We got defense right there. Like the difference in texturing. Almost like, hey, you should put a repair bay module right there. Alright, so back to elevator. And there we go. Alright, the bigger grow plot area with food processing and fridges. And, nice spot. You can look out. Plenty of stuff where you can look out in this one. So, not the best one for being defended where you're getting shot at on a regular basis. But, not a PvP base. But definitely a very creative, visual base that makes it stand out. Makes you look like you got some resources behind you. And we come up here, and this is nice little like, oh hey, look at my tank collection, and nice little overlook here. It just looks so good, especially the choice of the riveted look there. Everything just fits. And then of course going up, let's see, do we have a elevator here? No, we do not. So at the top we just have sensors and stuff like that. I guess if it breaks, you'll need to fly your drone up to repair it. But very well armed base. I mean, you've got turrets all over the place. This is just, I mean, it looks good, very functional. It's not, you know, it takes a little getting used to the layout, so you know exactly where to run to, but not much. It wouldn't take much time to get used to the layout on this, and just it stands out. I mean, it's got almost a look like Danny's, you know, asteroid gobbler kind of curve to it. It does kind of have that look with that section there when you look at it like this, the little front panel there. But it's just a very nice design overall, jrandall, and I am very pleased to see you got one in. And it's also, I believe this is one of the ones that has done, yes, extremely well in the workshop so far. It's already over right now over 4,700 unique visitors and over 1,200 current subscribers. So it's already doing extremely well in the workshop, which is one of the things I wanted everybody to have happen with them, is that they do well on the workshop because the designs are different, because they're doing something that stands out and help maybe get some of you more exposure on the workshop. But this is, again, the Originum Ignotum by jrandall, and perhaps maybe a little inspiration from Danny and the curvature there, the look of it. I'm sorry, it does make me think of the asteroid gobbler theme that you use, Danielle, in a way. But that is the Originum Ignotum. Alright, so now we'll get back to the next order. Next one, I had to do these in a little different order, trying to get them placed right. This is the pyramid base, because it looks like a pyramid. And it is coming to us from Gamer Penguin. Though it's a pyramid, turret placements along the sides, and I had to dig out a little bit in the back. The turrets are matching on the sides like that, so you have the, you know, the miniguns here, like that, and then these right here, they'll look like cannon turrets, and then the inside is just a big cargo, you know, hover vessel type area, small vessel area. 4 bays, or really you can combine them to use them for more larger designs, like, oh hey, I've got a really long design, I want to sit it there. And of course, repair bay module. That's the big bulk of it. And repair control panel in the corner. Coming up, we go over here, we go up another elevator, and we're in a big grow plot area. I mean, look at this. 4 sections, and this thing is just massive. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9, so 81 in each. And there's 4 of them, so that's 324 grow plots in this, if I am right. I'm right. My math still works. So 324 grow plots in this. So you should not have to worry about running out of food, ever. And going up, we got med bay. And we've got the, you know, medic station, clone chamber. We've got our scanners. We've got some medical storage. You got cryotubes. You know, nice little spot here. Some beds. Make it feel like, you know, you're, hey, sick guy, go over here. So very nice and spacious. And the marbling, the design like that makes it feel just very clean. And then contrasted to the rest of the base, that makes it feel like this is the extremely clean and polished, kept, very sanitary room. And then you come in here and it's clean, it's polished, but it doesn't have that shine to it from the floor. So it works as a very luxurious room, but not as like a sanitized room like the med bay does. So we got like a lounge maybe somebody's bedroom. Coming in here. Interesting place to put a antique water troughs. Is this let's see, what's that? That's the toilet. I guess this is like at a baseball game or something. Or the men's restroom when you really have to go. You just kind of have the urinal trough, and that's why it looks kind of greenish colored, maybe. Something growing there. Maybe. That's all I can assume. So we'll go up again. Cargo hold. And you see that we're getting smaller and smaller in space as the top encloses more and more in that pyramid shape. So now we've got one room instead of two. We got cargo boxes all on the walls. And you've got general ammo, which is missing an M. And then fuel. So you got plenty of cargo storage. You got fridge. And you got this over here. So you get all your food, all your stuff from that 324 grow plots on the floor below, or 2 floors below. You come up here and you're like, hey, I want to make my ration packs. I want to make my meds. And you have 2 different ones going at the same time. So I like that it's separated out. Like, here's just, we're going to make some ores. And then, hey, I need a lot of ammo made real quick. And here's the fuel processing. So that separation works really well. It makes it... That's usually how I play. I separate things out as much as I can. And then we just have a big observation area. Observation deck, which right now you get a nice view of all the other bases we've done. And a nice little view of the area. So if you want something like that, you won't be able to look out at night and see everything. You can. And that is the top of it, or then the actual pinnacle. This is the pyramid base. Doesn't look like much from outside because it's a pyramid. But it works. The only thing I could see different would be if, like, it has some kind of separation that came up. Like, instead of this, make it where it's meant to be buried up to this point in the ground. So it's underneath the ground. So you actually clear it out. And then you have a section where there's ramps that lead up out from the doors. And they come off of it, and that's meant to be in the ground around it, so it's flush to the ground, and you basically drive up and out of it, and then it looks like just a regular pyramid on top. That would be my suggestion, maybe. But it's really cool. I really love how functional it is in the amount of space. And oh, hey, another. That's the one that came. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I got confused. But it's got so many grow plots in here, I don't think you would ever run out of food for, if you did rations with it, you'd never run out of food. Ever. You'd be making just rations all the time. That's it, the pyramid base. And again, it is from Gamer Penguin. So yeah, 40 rations from 1 grow cycle, that's Jet Set put on there. If you did the whole thing just rations. That's why it's kind of got stuff for meds too. So you can make meds and rations and still be, you would never run out of food on this. You would never run out of medical supplies, the injectors, nothing like that. You would never run out of supplies like that in this. So it works well. The only thing that might be a problem is, the amount of damage it can take when it's getting shot. Because it is mostly with the stone dust, the concrete block focus. But in terms of cost, it's really not that expensive on the restroom as that's cozy. It gives you a good bit. And I feel like maybe a little bit more defensive. And, depending on if you're going to use it for PvP, though I just don't think this would be one for PvP use anyway. So now, pyramid base done. I think we are a little over halfway through, and it's been an hour and a half. So we're kind of on track for what I was expecting to be done. I did run a little long on one. This is the ALB Belabit. I believe I'm saying that correctly. By CrazyZ. And hey, CrazyZ, you made it just in time for your design right here. The ALB Velabit, or Velabit. I'm sure it's got a certain pronunciation that's supposed to have. I'm not 100% sure what that pronunciation is, but you are doing extremely well on the workshop as well. You've actually got more hits, more visitors and subscribers right now on this than jrandall's design. So that is just a pleasing thing to know that we're getting, some of these designs are just doing well and getting a lot of attention, because that's what I like to see happen to everyone here. I want you to have that attention. So, coming in, we are here. You got a nice little speed bump. Like, slow down! You're going too fast. Type thing. Or maybe that's where you're supposed to put the repair bay module. Cargo bots on each side. Ammo boxes, armor locker, O2 station, nicely buried down there. Coming up, we walk over here. We got our ammo box, armor lockers. We got another bay. Same thing. So you've got two bays that are just right here connected side by side next to, elevator. And easy to get into. Each one also has this little spot. You can walk up here and be like, besides looking out the windows, you can look down at the hover vessel as it comes in. I just love the open glass design of some of these, that you get so much visual from it that you just look out and see everywhere. It just makes it feel more open. And coming down, we've got our grow plot area with fridges and a food processor. And I like the efficiency you did right here with these. I like the little pop out that comes out for these. It looks really good and accessible from both sides. So just very clean floor layout on this. That's just looks great right there. I've been really impressed with your Dubrovnik Dynamics designs. CrazyZ. They're doing really well and they just look very polished. So we're coming up here and we're right next to elevator with cargo boxes. Nice big open floor area. We've got more cargo boxes here, oxygen tanks. And the other elevator leads up from there. And we got a lounge. Hangout place, I guess. And you got your, medic station, clone chamber. You got place to sit, got armor lockers. So you can take off your armor and relax. Come around to the little, lounge kitchenette area. You got TV. Got toilet, shower in here. You got a little, I guess, day bed, because there's not really much, privacy here. So yeah, the little day bed. Maybe like, yeah, it could be a future house. This could be like parents and their kids. Coming over here, we got actually our kitchen area, I guess, with, more cargo boxes, food processors. Got the decorative fridges, advanced constructor, more cargo boxes. Just, it's an open floor compared to the other one below that has like 4 sections to it. And here, nice walkway comes up. We got access to another advanced constructor and more cargo boxes. You just come down here. And again, just like jrandall, just very smooth in the transitions on the curves. Everything just looks so polished. And that's one of the most impressive things about your designs, I think, are how polished some of these look in terms of the architectural standpoint, and that everything flows evenly. Let's see. All right, so toilets. Got more here. Got a big small vessel bay. So you may only have a little hover vessel, but it's a small vessel. And Alex, I am not running experimental builds anymore. I am running only the public build, and I am fully up to date on the public build. So that's why everything's looking that way, because I am not in experimental. I'm not going back to experimental for quite a while. I do not want to risk destroying any game save by doing that. So the cargo box will look different now if you're using experimental, or whenever the public release goes updated to that. And that is also here now. Looking at this, you see you're coming in. Nice little motion sensor. Keep going, keep going. It tells you, and this is something that I really like. That is so impressive to see. You're like, hey, it tells you if you're too far over on one side. You're like, all right, I'm centered. Oh, stop. So you can know how to park right. That is so creative. CrazyZ, I think you need to actually maybe create a tutorial video on how you did this, because I want to see this feature in more designs right there. I want to see how that works. I want to see other designers using it, because that is so useful right there. Just keep going, then stop. Tells you exactly where to stop. All right, so up the stairs here, we got a nice little lounge, little like kind of day lounge. You can hang out, enjoy the nice sun coming in. And right next to the small vessel landing area with the repair bay. Let's see, well, we got, yep, that's it. That's the two sides of the upper arches right here. Out on top, you have your defensive turrets and a little, decorative antenna array. And yeah, very nice, very nicely done. I mean, again, how clean all the angling is on this. This just looks great. I mean, this is one you can see, like right here, just a very, very picturesque type shot with this base right here. So exceptionally well done. In terms of looks, I'm going to say this is my favorite so far because it's so clean and well done. jrandall's is done well too, but this just feels like a very futuristic house, as some of you have said. It looks like what houses will look like in the future, possibly. It has a very sci-fi type feel to it for me. So again, that is the ALB Velibit, or Vilibit, however it's said, by CrazyZ. And we are now moving forward again. So, let me make sure. Okay, this is one, now I am sure about this one. We're going back up. Back into space. And figure out where this one is. I stopped Tom so they wouldn't be moving around so much. There we go. Finally shows them. This one. There we go. This is the Trickster Compound by Dante. And it's interesting. It looks kind of, it makes me think International Space Station. You got long tracks coming out that look like they're just basic framework to, support something out away, like an oxygen thing or whatever. And you got, like, here is a measurement thing. So if you are, like, here, this is for testing the gun distance to see how far it can fire at something. It's got these measurements for meters, and then here's the maximum 470 meters range for that turret. So while this is not like a functional base, it's a testing base. It's meant for functional in regards to that, which means we're coming in here, and it's very dark right here. I can't see anything. The lights are not turning on. Oh, I never filled this one power. I forgot this one. Okay, so proof of concept, 8 research areas for testing game mechanics. So a little decoration there. You got the statues, but basically you're here. When you come to this base, using it, you are testing stuff. So weapon lab. Let's see. We've got a weapon lab that goes here, and that actually feeds out into this area. So you can, I guess, you could spawn something in there and use it for target practice at the far end, because I mean you would have a pretty good range. Ah, there we go. That's the weapon testing thing. So that's for that. So you can actually turn on the lights. So if you want to turn on, this is 200 meters, so we got 100 meters there. I don't see the lights turning on though. But there we go. There's some lights for that one. So we got that one turning on. That one's turning on. I didn't see the 100 meter turning on. 400 is not turning on, so maybe some signal path problems here on this that might need to be looked at. But okay, that's the measuring for the weapon lab. So you go replace the turret and test and see how far it works. Production labs, you got your production area to actually build stuff. Let's see, this is, oh, production lab devices. So turning on and off these. They're off. Got your advanced constructor off. Turn on. There you go. So easy way to conserve power too. Motion sensor while you're near the switches. Okay. Well, that still seemed to be a problem when I was like going to one of them. Like I'm not seeing it there. So maybe it's just not triggering because I'm in God mode for some reason right there. Alright, so moving on, we are food lab. Okay, so food lab, so you can practice growing your different things. I'm assuming grow lights somewhere. That's gotta be food production. There you go. Grow lights and your food processor, fridge, turn on and off. Near the switches. Okay. So logic lab, test, knowledge test below. Well, let's see. Test what you've learned about signals. Collection of rooms, different amounts of switches. LCD be tested. Flip switches to match requirements and check your choice with the one switch there. Okay, so not test. Haha. So basically, we'll go through and test. Probably will help if I was like looking at certain things while that. So not test, not switch test, and switch test, and or switch test. So things like that, different logic circuits, which is really nice. I really appreciate you doing something like that. Let's see. So we got signal A, signal B. I like this too. You've gone and made this. So this is really not so much just a creative, weird base. This is more of one for people who really want to be able to test stuff out and learn about game mechanics and how certain things work in the game. This is a good option for you to use. So you got the NAND circuit, the NOR circuit, the XOR circuit, and the XNOR circuit. You got these right here, like that. So you can do like different things like that and test with them. So it's just a whole bunch of testing stuff. And then come out here, signal A, signal B. So you got this stuff here like that. So yeah, just very creative testing type base. And here, got some open spaces, but let's see. What are we in here? This is what kind of lab? Where's that door? Test area, main control area. Deco lab, so you can test your decorations. Yeah, you just pretty much covered everything. It's like, hey, med lab, deco lab. You just like, yeah, gravity lab. Okay, so main control. So test, so you can test the range of the gravity generator, how far it affects you. Test area. That's why you got spaces, so you can walk through, see if you fall. Yay. That's something you always want to do in space. Walk out and then fall in space, which has happened to me on certain times testing things. Oh, you got a nice little stair set here for that. Very cool. Very nicely done, Dante. Oh, got this too. Let's see. This is above other stuff. Is that part of the gravity lab? Maybe? It's the same color as the other switch. Upside down. Yes. So, living quarters for small areas. Okay, so yeah, this is an upside down area for when you're doing that. I'm not going to do that right now because of oxygen requirements. But yes, very cool. Works well in terms of learning mechanics, testing mechanics, getting to know how certain things function in the game. And Myrmidon, if I hit G, I will turn off God mode and I will start losing oxygen and we'll get that red screen again. So we're going to skip that part. But that is the Trickster Test Compound by Dante. It looks interesting. I mean, it's very different color-wise. Like, especially this part is very interesting, odd-looking. But the core function of this is strictly to just work in terms of testing different aspects of the game, learning how certain things in the game work. So very nicely done, very helpful to people. I'm sure that are trying to get a grasp, especially on things like signal logic, would be very helpful to download this. So that's definitely a good one for people who are trying to learn that sort of thing and test that sort of thing. You probably want to get that in your arsenal on the game and have it ready to go so you can test with it. Now, let's see. Again, I went too far over. Yeah, I'm right on top of them. Come on. Come on, game. It's thinking about spawning things in. It kind of wants to, but it's not 100% sure yet. Alright, so this one is another one that's doing somewhat well on the workshop. This is the Lady of the Lake. This is a really nice one. This is from Highlander. So another one, and it, to me, almost has a sword type look to it. Like if that was a little bit pointier, it'd be a broadsword. But it's a luxury hotel type look. And it is said to make sure it's got post on it, so you can level it out and put it in a good depth area. But it does say on the workshop pictures to try and get, was it, I think right about here to the water edge, so it'd be perfectly leveled up. So the right spot. But yeah, you just basically come up, you got your valet for your parking. Like, hey, take my hover vessel, don't put a scratch on it. And I'm assuming they've got a spot somewhere else they're going to park the hover vessels, because in the water, they're going to sink. So, go over there, come in, we got upper floors, bar and pool, got a nice little map on how things are. And we got this, Lady of the Lake. I love the sign. Highlander, I love the sign, I love the way you did that logo. It looks like something, you know, somebody would try to do for a luxury hotel type thing. You got reception, you got a nice little, you know, item there, nice little, you know, decorative thing there. And the welcome in, bienvenue, all that, just great. I love how you added all that in. So it makes it feel like it's open to everybody. And it's just looks great. So I'm really impressed with this, and I like, yeah, you got this underneath. You can see your generators in the water underneath, and water cooling. It's liquid cooling. It's keeping them nice and optimal temperature level. We're going to go over here to the K-Bar pool and bar. And come out here to the little pool area, which is nice. I love the very cool, clean look of the pool. Ah, refreshing. Get away, Mr. Dragonfly. Go for a nice little swim. Hey, come back up. And then the one problem here is you need your jetpack on in order to actually get up out of the water. I don't see why you can't just climb. But nice little lounge pool area. Come out here, sit out, look along the water. Very scenic. Solar panels along the side here. You know, solar panels along the side here. Make sure you got plenty of power. And just nice long walk. You walk along the whole way. Just don't scratch these solar panels. You need them to function. Back here, I'm sorry, we are at the information desk, and I accidentally went behind the little counter without being called. So we need to be patient. These are AI tellers. They're going to tell you, come up here, position 4, and hi. I would like to, you know, get a room for a few knots. Alright, we got one more spot. That's the other entrance. Here's the actual bar area. We've got a nice bartender here. Looks good. And yeah, just come out here. Can't forget the diving boards. You got 2 diving boards. So we're going to go up here. Fortunately, we can't, you know, do a swan dive like in Subnautica, but we can wee like that into the water here. So it's very nice, very luxury hotel style, and just works great. And then it almost feels like there should be stairs leading up along the lines there. Another one where you've got very good lines. Everything's just put together very nicely. But instead of having stairs, we've got one elevator over here. Because luxury hotel, who wants to walk up all those stairs? Yes, do not use the bathroom in the water. Keep it sanitary. Now, it feels awfully big for this area. I feel like it could have been lowered down to have a few more floors added to it. But it's already also extremely tall. So here we are, technically 3rd floor. And staff only, come in here. This is storage. This is where they put in, you know, belongings that people need to keep safe, you know, I guess. That's the kind of vault. You can come up here and say, yeah, I want to, oh, luggage. So they'll take your luggage and take it wherever. You've got your landing pads here for people who don't come up on hover vessels that fly in. They land there, they come in, drop in their luggage, and go off. You know, I guess this is the VIP landing spot for people who have already made reservation. They come check in. And then you got this. So, docking luggage. Then you got first aid, maintenance, spice lounge. The spice lounge, there we go. Cinema, restaurant, gardens, apartment, you all the way up there. Exhibition hall. So it's not so much a hotel. It's more of a luxury apartment condos type thing. So yeah, here we go. First aid, medical area. Coming in here. All right. Hey, yes, I am feeling sick, sir. I see you don't have a waiting room right here. Can I go on in to a bedroom? Can I get a private room here? Yes, I can. Very nice. Private room, private shower, private, you know, toilet, everything. Just all the way along. And we got a nice view outside. Very open glass area. I love the openness of this with so much glass. There's so many rooms. And it's not a copy and paste design. You're like doing everything. And here's, oh, I'm really hurt. Medic stations, clone chambers. So we're just, hey, we'll just clone you and let this one die. You know, you are a very expensive client. We are going to keep you happy. If that means cloning you, we'll do it. We got this, you know, little scanning station, everything. Got that. Yeah, looks great. Just an amazing detail on this. Just everything looks so good. And we'll go up. Maintenance. So, you know, this is where everybody's doing all their hard work. Maintenance here, not underneath. So we got a forge. I'll turn it on. You go up here and do some forge. Hey, you know, smelt some ores for everybody. Or burn, you know, trash. You got constructors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, there we go. Alternating, too. So it's not like you just turn left to right. You have to kind of alternate. And we got more glass just leads around. And switch to turn them on. Oh, I am getting a little tired right now. My stamina is running out. Good thing I can sit here. Rest. Okay, so we got offices, accounting, sales. Nobody here working though. Call center. Well, that was about right. Nobody in the call center to take the call, right? You call tech support, they don't answer. IT support. One person on IT support. Tell me there's no one. No, there's not. Only one person to handle IT for the whole thing. They're going to complain. They're going to castrate that guy because the computers don't work. That's the forge. That's where it came in. So there's 2 sides to each. I think my food level is going low. I haven't been paying attention. There we go. I have my overlay turned off, so I didn't even see my food level was getting low from all this. Alright, 4. We are at the Spice Lounge, and I like it. Keep it spicy. Try to copy the look. So that's awesome. Earth, Rock, Tribute Not. Alice in Flames, Ben Jovi, and Megadeth. Also appearance by Wild Stallions. Oh, this needs to be featured in the Bill and Ted 3 movie. You need to have that in there. We need Bill and Ted NPCs in this game. Alright, so we got the bar. Very nice. Bar, very nice red color everywhere. And it looks like the dance floor. The DJ booth, maybe. Oh, the upper dance floor. So you got all the attractive ladies up here. Very nicely done on the men and women's restroom areas. I really like that. That's a very nice touch. And yes, you got it on that side too. Very good. Very nicely done. And now we're moving into the cinema. You know, everybody here wants to go watch movies. Staff only. This is where they gotta, you know, put in the not reels, the DVDs, you know, little chips or whatever. Something like that. You know, and then let's see, we got, yep, here's the projector. I really like that. Oh, such a nice touch. So attentive to detail. Oh, you actually have a light on it. It looks so good like that. We see our designs with cinema. It's just a screen, and that's it. This is the whole thing. All right, Summoner Showcase. MrSpicyGaming starting soon. I wish I know about this. I would have sent you an image. Well, of course, we can't really put that image. Thank you for the subscribe button there. Oh, this is so very nice. Very, very well done. I am thoroughly impressed with that part just right there. That's just, it's getting so involved. And now we're in the restaurant where we got, oh, the kitchen. Very nice. I like the, I see freezer temperature. So this is the freezer area. Look at that. Walk-in freezer. Door closes, keep it cold. This is, I really hope you didn't spend all this time on the design just for the challenge. I hope you were working on this long before the challenge, because this is so involved. I mean, you even have the duct work above the burners in case of smoke. Oh, this is so immaculately done. You have outdone yourself on this one, Highlander. And here, name drop again, the Gobbler. There you go, Danielle. We have the Gobbler. Yes, I would like to have a reservation for, one, Mr. Spicy. I have the VIP spot. This looks so good. Like, very nice lounge. I think it could benefit with the NPCs you have all around. Maybe a few NPCs here having dinner, like some couples or like that, make it look like it's actually full, because right now there's nobody in here. Kind of feels like it may not be that good in there. But, that is so well done. And now we're coming into the gardens. Well, you need a place to grow food, or just have people come and enjoy themselves. And it looks like this is more for food growing rather than coming up here and walking in the garden. It's not decorative plants. It's actually grow plots. So yeah, you got a very nicely set up little growing area here. Alright, now we got several levels of apartments. Let's go ahead and hop up this, because we're running long on this one. So let's look. Yeah, nice, luxurious bathrooms. Oh, very nice. You even got a carpet, rug in the area. Nice little big area rug set up. Bedroom. Oh, nice big lounge. Multi rug section. TV. Oh, just so open. You can see out. And your own little kitchenette area, so you don't have to worry about going down to the restaurant. That's apartment 8B, 8A. And, wow, it's almost the same. It's almost the same. You got a slightly different room. Bathroom, of course, yeah, different bathroom. Let's go up next one. Same bathroom. Same flooring there, same layout there. Let's check the other side. Alright, so that's A. This is B. Alright, so A and B, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Highlander, but it looks like A and B are identical? Yes, okay, so each floor is identical between A and B, so let's go up. We gotta cut some time now. Alright, so this is the last one there. We're coming up here. We're on the exhibition hall, so the place you come to look at the artwork. And we got a lot of the statues. The big statue there, the big snake one, an extra big demon dog. We got this one that, not completely unearthed. We got the Celtic cross, and you got Zeus, or no, Poseidon. You got the Poseidon looking guy, I guess, because he's got like the staff, almost a trident. Yeah. The orc god, or whatever he is. You got this one up here, so just a nice walk around. Nice little TV. I don't know why you'd want a TV area in the lounge hall, unless it's for the kids. You come up, I got, let's see, we go out here. What we got out here? Oh, another elevator. Elevator, that's the one that leads up from down below. Okay, so that's the two side elevators. And then the top elevator leads you up to the lookout. So you can walk along each side and just, hey, get a nice view. Wow. Oh, yeah, TV presentations for a museum. Yeah, that makes sense. Be like, I'd go up there, you could just watch and learn about it. Oh, but look at this. Look, see how far away we can see with this. It's so big. And, yeah, what's the size class on this one? 34. Oh, alright, so this one now, because of the attention to detail, this is my favorite one now so far. This has so much detail in it that it is just unbelievable. I do not want to know how much time you spent on this, Highlander. But again, this is The Lady of the Lake by Highlander. And oh man, is this a very nicely done design. This is just superb. This is an amazing base. Not one you're going to build just to, you know, do anything. Oh yeah, let's see, your requirements. 30 a restroom, 30 zescosium, because you don't have a ton of, you know, advanced constructors, everything. 52,000, or almost 53,000 iron, and closing in on 84,000 sathium. Honestly, you take apart half the plant's POIs, you can easily cover those. I think the main thing is going to be the silicon for it, which would be a problem. But that is it right there. That is how much bigger it is. And that's with part of it, the lower part of the base, submerged in the water. That's how big it is compared to the other designs. That thing is massive. So yes, that is the Lady of the Lake by Highlander. Now, we got some more quick ones I'm actually going to bring up at the end. I'm kind of jumping around a bit now because there was a couple of problems that came up, but we're going to go ahead quick. This is the Oblivion Tower, and this is one of the ones I really hoped I would see in this. This is coming to us from Myrmidon. I had hoped it would show up. Somebody would do this because this was kind of one of the ideas I had in my head. That it would be used, because it is basically that. It's like a tower. You walk in at the bottom, you climb up, and everything's up above, safe and sound from those Zerats, unless they decide they want to attack your tower. And then, you know, this is from the movie Oblivion. One of the designs had a drone that looked like it was from Oblivion. This is actually based on the Oblivion design. So you got a very long elevator you come up through. And I think, oh yeah, this is also one I want to point out. I was looking at earlier. There's no fuel tanks in this. It's all solar powered, so make sure you get a good placement on it to get some solar power going. Because mine does not seem to be getting enough solar power from it to do anything right now. So be cautious about that. But it does come up here. So you got this nice little walkway. You'll walk up the stairs, and little cramped here going around the super curvy stairs, but you can do it. You can make it. And then come up here. We got this door that leads us in, or you can just, you know, keep going up the stairs. We got our landing pad where, you know, you're supposed to take off with your little speeder thing and go maintain everything. This is supposed to be the pool, I do believe. If I remember right from the movie, this is like where they have water so they can go swimming, and we don't have water in there right now. So we need a way to add water to the bases, I think. We got our kitchenette area of medical scanners, you know, screen that I know. Yeah, there we go. Architect Myrmidon. So yeah, I probably should have to redo this at some point with the solar panels placed a little bit better. We got our production area, got, you know, advanced constructor, food processor, armor locker, repair station, some cargo boxes, and a nice little walkout over there you can take from the side. And I like the tubey look right there with it. Very, very nice. Stitched very well from what I can remember of the movie to the design. And going up, I really don't like the winding staircases. They're so problematic. Repair bay console to not repair using the bay. I don't think there's a repair bay on it. I think it's just for the looks right now, if I'm right. Let me double check. I believe I don't remember seeing the repair. No, there's no repair bay. Repair console, repair station. So that's just more for looks. We do have nice little, you know, display screens when it actually has some power going for it. Right now, like I said, it's not generating enough solar power to actually keep it going. We got some fridges and just, you know, more nice look to it. And there it is, the Oblivion Tower. The tower from the movie Oblivion, the Tom Cruise movie. And this is from Myrmidon. Looks very nice. Very close to the design of the movie. Only problem I'm seeing with it in my own testing here is that it doesn't seem to want to generate enough solar power to actually function. Or, you know, it's just not working for me in that regard. I'm not getting enough power to it. But there it is. And we also do need a way to add water to the designs. Not like, you know, like Minecraft. Just give me a couple of buckets and I'll make an infinite water source. So there we go. That is the Oblivion Tower by Myrmidon. So, let's see. We got some more still. We're not done yet. We're really cutting close. I have to speed through these a bit. Oh, yeah, okay, so maybe because I'm stopped, I have time stopped, that's why it's not charging any solar power on it at the moment. That would make sense. Stop time so I can easily find these and that. So, alright, so that might be why it's going on. Alright, so this is the Aegis Anchor Station 01. And there's actually a couple, there's an additional design, the trolley I didn't get to add, but this is from Tactician, or the Tactician, and this is, you know, an interesting looking space station design. It gives me like a, almost a Halo type look to it in a way, like the way that the outer ring is designed. So you've got defensive turrets along the outer ring, you got your small vessel landing pads, and oxygen station, gravity generator, oxygen station, some cargo boxes, and it's basically everything connects along this ring to here, to this point, to a central spot. So you actually are going to be walking up here to this to go inside. So I feel sorry for the guys that parked on this one, because it's either you are you park here, you get some oxygen, and you start the long walk around, or you say, forget this, and turn on your jetpack and just fly yourself over and smack into a window or something. Now, there are solar panels, and unfortunately, I am aimed the wrong way, so you might want to take care when you're placing this. Try to make sure you're going to be aimed towards where the sun will be the whole time. That way, you'll get some solar power. It's got this right here, but this side and the front are not getting anything, so I did mess up on that. But it does look good. We got more turrets scattered around, so it's got a wide coverage of defensive turrets. But going in here, we have this riveted, patched together metal look, and, you know, nice little door leads up to an elevator up to this point. Brings us here to O, which is, this is open. We come up here, we got cargo boxes. Oh, 0, not O. So, cargo boxes, cargo boxes, cargo boxes. I believe we're pretty much looking at cargo boxes the rest of the way up. And, yeah, that's it. Cargo boxes the whole way up on that side. So, that's just, as it slopes in, it gets smaller and smaller, which is very nice. You don't really see that difference as you're going up the elevators. That it doesn't feel like, oh, hey, it's cutting shorter and shorter. You just see suddenly some of the design, some of the cargo boxes are a little closer. Nice long ramp. I feel like maybe this is where you're talking about putting a trolley or something. Then we got access to Bay 0. And then there's SV Bay here, which is accessible through the elevator. So yeah, that is Bay 0. It's a hover vessel bay. I'd take the doors out and then drive the hover vessel right up. If this was on a planet, I'd just drive the hover vessel right up. So yeah, that's the lower landing pad. You just got this long spot that you come up. And then you got elevators here, armor lockers. Coming up the elevator, we got this. Now this is nice. It's 6 parking spots. But you have the actual enclosure where everything is air sealed in here, so you don't have to worry about that out there. And then oxygen station, medic station, and that. So faction landing bay, small vessel landing bay, then 2, then large small vessel landing bay. So this is bay 1. We'll go up to bay 2, which is another one. This is actually enclosed with a door. Then you have 8 landing pads here. And the same medic station, oxygen station. You come in, you get healthy and get some air. And coming here is the large one. So I guess large more in the fact of not wide, but large is in tall. So if it's really tall, vessel that could come in here, or maybe you just take advantage of, you know, not having gravity on and park on the side wall. But that's the large SV bay. So now we go up to the bridge. It takes a little bit longer. And very, very nicely done bridge. We got a lot of workstations. I like how you kind of back them up so it feels more like a cubicle. Like I'm working and I'm not seeing past my screen. I can't look past it to go over this way and see what the person in front of me is doing. And then you got people over here working, and you got these screens up there, and you got this nice little spot here. Look out and see the planet in front of you, and you know, getting ready to fire the big death laser at the planet. Maybe. I don't know. Homeworld mothership. Yeah, I could kind of see that. It's been a while since I've played Homeworld. And here we are, the corn. Not gardens, not food, you know, plots, just corn. This is for strictly corn. So you can make your you know, was it plastic? Or the nanocellulose, whatever it is for that. The grain that turns it into something else, and then you go. 6 is your pumpkins and durians for food processor. I guess for your veggies, maybe you know doing the rations. And coming up, we got 2 forges. One for plastic, yeah. There we go. So advanced constructors. This is 7. Says advanced constructors. That's forges. Or furnace. You know, that's a furnace. That's not an advanced constructor. So I'm assuming then, there we go. Advanced constructors as well as cargo boxes and ammo boxes. So I guess you come up here, make your weapons, and you know, you make your ammo right here. So you just toss it. And of course, the thing is, you can go from there all the way up here, so you don't have to go out and take an extra elevator. That's a nice touch. But it seems like you should have made that maybe 2 separate floors. And then we got station director office. And oh, hey guys. Well, excuse me. I have. How do you get into work? How do you get in? Do you crawl in over the desk? I guess you do. I guess you kind of jetpack over the desk because there's no opening in it. All right, we are here. Going to look out. Oh, there we go. There's the doors. So I come in here. I got an elevator that leads me up into the maze of the station director's living quarters. And coming back down, this is his office. And hi, well, sir, I think, well, hey, on now, I did not say anything yet. Don't give me that look. I think we need a cinema. So much popcorn being made. We need cinema. So this is, there we go. Oh, that's in storage right there. It shows storage on it. Now we've got some solar power over there from that. Oh, it's just very, very nice. Very big base. I still like the ring. Gives you plenty of parking spaces for your small vessels, especially some larger ones out there. Just the matter of walking that whole way over there to the way to get in and everything. Yeah, it just seems like a long walk. So maybe, but this is again the Aegis Anchor Station 01 by the Tactician. There you go. Nice little cinematic shot. Go by, let the sun peep out from behind. So there we go. Now, maybe I can find my way back to the right spot this time on the planet. We got some more that we need to do. I'm not cutting anybody short. I think I'm waiting for everything to spawn in. I think this is where I am supposed to be. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. If the tree would show up, I would find it quicker. Alright, so now we've gone through most of the designs. There's certain ones I saved for the end because of specific peculiar instances. Now, first I'm going to bring up are 2 designs that are giving me a problem. The Command Center, BA, causes an error when I try spawning. And as you can see, it does not spawn correctly. As well as the Aqua Private Resort. These were 2 entries that were submitted, and I'm assuming that you, the creators, built these in experimental using some of the new block changes, which I am not using experimental, which means I cannot use them in this without going experimental, and I'm staying out of the experimental branch right now just because I do not want to risk destroying anything in a game. But that being said, these are still going to be listed in the links below once the video is published on the channel normal. And this is the Command Center BA coming to us from, let's see, skyknightb. That's skyknightb if you want to check that out if you are an experimental. And then the Aqua Private Resort, I am going to butcher this name, but Unaleska Kuriku, I believe is as close as I can say. That they're coming. That's who did these. Again, you probably will need experimental to use them, or wait till the experimental features that are required for them become part of the normal game. Now, with that being said, we have 2 more sets done. And thank you, Highlander, for pointing out they do work in 8.5. So it's got to be some of the experimental blocks, which I don't have access to at the moment. So instead, we're going to move on. Now, these last 2 designs are kind of the questionable ones. Now, Danielle asked me directly if she could do this, and I said sure, because I did mention at one point the Archeologia base and capital vessel set as an inspiration type thing, because you have a base that combines with a capital vessel, because let's face it, most people, once they get a good capital vessel, that is their base. So in this case, we have the same kind of thing. This is a set of 3 pieces. There is the Bifrost Valhalla base itself, the foot, which is this part right here. And this is, again, Daniele Marie's design. And it's, you got a pad here, you got a spot for a repair station. That's where you can put the repair console or repair bay. You got a nice little setup here, but you walk in. The main thing is going to be you add stuff to it. Conflone chamber, the medic station is made to be cheap. And then you come in here, and you've got other spots you can actually, walk in through if you want to put it at the right level around. If you get the ground level right, you've got multiple places just to walk in and get things. But the main one is right here where you come in off the landing pad. Now, this right here is the Valhalla SV lift. This is kind of requirement if you want to do this. Now, I'm pretty sure, Danielle, if you're still here, you correct me. I believe you built this around your idea for the elevator SV that you sent me before. But this is the lift. Basically, you're going to get in this. And it kind of doesn't fit exactly perfectly, so you just choose where you want to dock it. I docked it on that side there. But then you fly it up to here. And then, oh, I went too fast. Sorry, I went too fast. I thought I let off the gas quickly enough, and I went too fast. Alright, but we're going to go, and let me see if I can get this to line up right now. But basically, you'll come in, and you're just going to dock it, and then turn it off. And now you're here in the actual base itself, which is part of what's down there. Now, this is an interesting trick. I've seen this with some other designs where you have a separated part that sits as part of the base or the design itself, but it's not physically attached. And that's what this is. There's actually, back here, this section right here, this little top piece, I think it's right around here. There's a seam where it all connects together. So this is actually part of the foot on the bottom of the capital vessel. And I'll show you in a moment how to handle this. But basically, you'll come up here, we'll go in here, go this way. You got switches, or not sure what that turned on or off. Turn on or off something. Well, we got this. So, of course, docking spaces for her, starfighters. The Gobbler starfighter, so you can dock and then just walk out straight from it. Oh, and the ramp, that's what it was. So, turning on and off the ramp, so you can actually turn off the ramp to separate from there. But we've got 4 docks outside. for Gobbler Starfighters, right? Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's what you're going for on that, Danielle, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then take one of the elevators up higher. Going up here, we got this nice view up above, which you're gonna have to go up a good bit and then come out the elevator. And what's that? Enter a text here. So it's just blank screen right now. Come down. I love this. It looks very like you're in the guts of it. Like all the generators, the fuel, everything. You're just in the middle of all the guts of what keeps the ship going. And you got your planet stations here, you know, showing everything. Got your core in the middle. Got your people working. It's just beautifully done. And then, of course, you know, that's the elevator. The elevator goes up a little bit higher. We also have stairs that lead up. A shutter door. So shutter door. Docking bay 2. So you actually have another docking bay here from the top where you can bring in your SVs or a big SV. Bring them in and land them and do, you know, repairs to them. You got the repair bay here. Separate from the one down on the base section of it. Gosh, so much stuff going on here. Alright, so thrusters there at the far ends. Where is that? So we had these doorways that led up. Okay, so that just leads to thrusters too. So you got thruster access on the ends. And then repair bay. So this door, when you're coming up the elevators, continue up to the top, you can go into the middle. And come in here, and there's the repair bay thing for the repair bay right above your head, right there. So you kind of have to have somebody say, hey, I parked my ship there. Can you run the repairs on it? And then, let's see, we got the top section here, which has more landing pads for more small vessels, because obviously Danielle likes her small vessels. More turrets for defense, and nice little area, just easy walk up. And let me see, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. That's where we got RCS. Ooh, what's on here? Here, elevator access. So here's the other elevators leading up from the sides over here. So you'll have to, you come up the top elevator here on each side, go into these, and that takes you up to the rest of the ship, to the top area. And then you come out here to the central tower, where we got, you know, everything tied in here. Very nice. Nice lookout area, observatory areas. Like, hey, that ship is not clear for landing. And then coming up, we have more screens. Very nice. We got workers. We got more globes, which are, you know, Earth, not Aqua or Fennel or wherever it is you're at. And yes, Danny likes small vessels, like SVs, but not small vessels as in the size of them. Oh, we got something here. Let's see. Where is this leading from? We've got some more stuff here. Oh, so we do have a central section too. Okay. So that comes off. So that comes off of here. So there is more. Still not done yet. Alright, so we're in the middle section. So on each side, let's see what we have. We got a scanner darkly. Holodeck. Oh. I had no idea what to do with this room. It was late. There was wine. This is what I got. A scanner darkly. I say it's a holodeck. You're going to experience the movie A Scanner Darkly. You're gonna get the feel like you're in that. Alright, so we got our grow room, which has stacked food processors, and your fridges are up in the ceiling, keeping your floor space free for your plants, the cargo boxes. That is 18 in each row. And there's 6 rows of them. So there you go. That's 128 grow plots, I believe. Then we'll take a quick look. 128 grow plot, 108 grow plots. I was off a little bit. All right, this is my own sign. Get your own. Dealer's choice. All right, I think we got some sort of order here for this. Move along. All right. We break for no one. Spaceballs. Thank you for that one. And this one time at Bandit Camp. Not Band Camp. Bandit Camp. Huh. Alright, we gotta see this one too. Yeah, you're throwing in all little quirks like this, Daniele. We gotta look at these. You eaten my cookie. Run like hell. Yeah, okay. Shine has sharp edges. Nom, 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 nom. In 100 feet, make a U-turn. Alright, so then you got your storage here, nicely organized, like labeled for everything in big letters. You got lost and found, and whatever you happen to have on hand at the moment. So actually, these are just throw stuff in. And then you got your, production, your advanced constructors. I'm still thinking about those sides. Alright, and then, warning biohazard, so we got medical bay, okay. Medic bay on this wing with our scanners, our clone chamber, medic station, just everything to keep you healthy. Over here, lounge and bar area. What's this? Is this just it's high air duct? Okay, very nice. Heart in a poem. The cake is a lie. There is only pie. And then biohazard area, the toilet. Oh, Danielle, you had some fun with this one. You had some fun with this one. All right, so now, before we call it on this design, go to the next one. I want to point out, when I first started trying to use this and pilot it down, I was like, oh man, this is so hard. How am I going to line this up? So I came to look, and there is a pilot seat, a captain seat, right here next to the little missile, in case you need an extra push. And what you do is when you get this, you're going to have to kind of, line it up a little bit and make sure my thrusters are still on. Yes, they are. Alright, so I'm actually flying up, and it actually turns really well for something like this. But you'll basically, it's going to give you a little bit of fun trying to get it lined up. And you'll probably have to, look around a bit with your third person. You see, like right here, I see that I am almost lined up. And I think I'm stuck. I think I am stuck in some way. There we go. Maybe. Because I'm leaning backwards. But yeah, there you just basically are going to line yourself up over it. Somewhat like that. Then you'll do your first person. And you it's like Archeologia set. You're going to slide it down and get it to where it locks in. And when you do that, then you'll have to kind of press and hold O to make it level you. And then once you're done, you are landed and docked. And there you go. You are on that. And then you just need the little SV lift, the sled right here, to get you from down there to up here, or another SV, something like that. But basically, that's it. You got this, so you can take it down to the planet and do stuff there, load it up with cargo, come back up, and then disperse all that cargo throughout the ship. But that is interesting because it does take advantage, like I said, of a element some designs have used where a part of the design is physically separated but still counted as in that design. And in this case, we have the big footer at the bottom that attaches to the actual foot, but then the main part of it is ship right here. So you have this floating looking ship that's basically locked in by gravity, or tractor beam, whatever, to the base section below. So it's not a base. It's a base, a capital vessel, and small vessel all rolled together into one singular interesting design that is completely different from what we normally see on the workshop. So I went ahead and, of course, said, yes, I'll do it. And this kind of makes me think of, like, it looks like a big forge, like a big furnace type thing almost to me, in the way it looks. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and cover it. That leaves us to our last one, which is from XCaliber. Sorry, I didn't want to save you for last, but yours is strictly just a capital vessel. The request was for a base, and I'm only going with it because technically a capital vessel is a base. It's not a base in the sense of the game, but it is a base in the sense of playing use. Most people, once they build a good capital vessel, that's their base for that point forward. And this does not look like your normal capital vessel. It doesn't have like the big, landing gear on it. It is just land and look kind of like a base. So this is the Forge Subsistence from XCaliber. And you come in, you got a nice little spot here for repair station and everything. And you got some cargo boxes. You got the nice big sign. I really like the sign. It looks good. You really did a really good job with the texturing on that. Cargo harvest box, regular cargo boxes, ammo locker, or armor locker, advanced constructor. You got, the clone chamber, medic station. You got your medical scanners, all that stuff right here next to where you come in with your hover vessels or small vessels if you just want to park those here. And coming along, we do have our underside access if you just want to walk out, say hi to something, out and about on foot. And then we've got easy access over here to your captain's seat. So like, hey, you land, you're ready to go. You just drop down and you're good to go. Otherwise, you can come in here and be right in this area. So there's 2 spots where the elevators just drop you out and you can go in either way. Now, yeah, this is just the captain's side of it. This is the side where we go through and actually can go up and do stuff. So we'll come up here. We got a nice little overlook. We got cargo box access up here and more cargo box. Our core, right there. Coming up, you got spot for grow plots, but they're not in place. And it's just very nice and large. Let's see, it looks like 9 by 9. So 36 grow plots ultimately. We got some cargo boxes over here. We got food processor and a fridge. Just 3 decorative fridges right there. That's really nice to place. And then come up to the top. We have another captain's seat in case you want to pilot from up top and get the nice view of everything. And just kind of, if you don't want to be in the lower pilot seat. And then we have our small vessel, little landing pads, escape pads, however you want to call it, up here on the top. Like I said, it's a capital vessel, not a specific base. But it is the case where most people use their capital vessel as a base, so I am counting it for this. And it does not look like a standard capital vessel. It does look more like a base that would be placed in there. And of course, at the front, we do have our placements for drill turrets and guns. So it's a cheap, low-cost element. And then what we got here? Got something hiding in here. I guess just access door to get in and repair stuff. But it's not, it looks like a base. I mean, you could sit there and just say, this is not a capital vessel, this is a base. And from visual looks, you kind of would think, yeah, okay, it's a base. But it's actually a capital vessel. So that's why I'm letting it go on this one. But again, this is the Forge Subsistence from XCaliber. And we are right here on time where I was trying to get through with today. So, recap. We're going to do a quick fly around through these. And remember, there's 3 up in space. And hey, we got another one spawning in. There we go. So we got our tree. We got, very nice, futuristic looking bases with a lot of glass. We got, movie and game theme designs like this one from Subnautica. We got a apocalyptic type fort feel, like Walking Dead Fort Spicy. We got a dragon base, lizard base. Got, of course, the Oblivion one. We got the pyramid base. We got the Sphinx. So we got a Egyptian 2 sides. 2 Egyptian bases on there. Then we got our very nicely formed, very luxurious looking bases from XCaliber and CrazyZ. And, of course, Highlanders. Massive apartment complex. Lady of the Lake. This just... You blew me away, sir, with how much detail you put in that design. That really blew me away in what you accomplished with that. And then, of course, on these here, we've got XCaliber's design. We got Danielle's design that looks so good. I mean, it looks really good. It's a really neat functional use of certain mechanics that you can make work in the game. And of course, it's awfully big. I mean, look at it. It looks really big. It's almost, I mean, it's actually taller than Highlander's design, except for the fact that it doesn't have a straight column there. And then we have the 3 up here in space. Real quick, let's go hop up again in space and look at them. Not forgetting those 3 again. I believe I'm aimed right. There we go. Yep. All right, where is it? There we go. Come on. So we got our big landing pad base. Got plenty of rooms. Got the, you know, upside down skyscrapers for the different apartments. We've got the big testing and, you know, structural experimenting base where you can try all these different things like the decoration, changes and things like that. So we got this nice big test bed base, which does look interesting too. And then we've got this nice big ring base, plenty of parking spaces, just a lot of functionality, very nicely done. Just overall, I am super impressed with the designs, and I am honestly just blown away by some of these. Some of these I did not expect to be as big as they are, and as full-fledged as they are, to be as deeply involved, as very specific on details as they are. I mean, like Highlander, especially, I cannot believe how much detail you accomplished with that massive base, with something that big. And Danielle, the little details, like the little signs on there, nice touch like that, just humorous, and just a nice little Easter egg there. And then the designers who threw shout outs to everyone else with their K-bar, mention here, and the all that, and then of course the spicy bar, and just the Fort Spicy Ranch. Thank you for shout outs to me too. So it's just really nice to see how much we got done with this. This was a much bigger response than I expected, and a much more involved response than I expected. But all the links will be still up for this challenge on the Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. Also, we have, next week we'll have a new challenge. I've already got some ideas I'm tossing around, but those of you who are my mods, my ambassadors on the Discord channel, I would be glad to hear some ideas from you as well. See if you've got any suggestions for the September Creators Challenge. Because I want to keep this going. This is doing well. We've got several designs off of here that are doing so well on the workshop. And Danielle, I know I was kind of worried. You did a great job with this design, but I think you also should have, maybe entered your original design, because that one did really well on the workshop. But that's the way I wanted this to go. Is I want everybody to create designs that end up performing well in the workshop, because it gets you more attention and gets you a better feeling that, hey, 5,000 people have looked at my design and liked it, and lets you feel like you're going to like you're doing something right. It's really good boost for everybody to get a good response like that, and of course just to show your design off to a lot of people, because we got quite a few people watching. We're gonna have a lot of people watching this after the fact, and hopefully seeing a lot more people joining us for these challenges and doing more stuff like that. But again, that is it for the August Creators Challenge. Links will be on the Discord channel until it's time to start next month's submissions. Links will be posted in the description below once the video is finished processing on YouTube side. Also, I will go ahead and try to get a copy of the game save where it was, the exact same place I was when I started this, before any changes. So you can actually download that and get all these designs. Just that way, just importing my game save if you want. And that's it. That's the end of the challenge. So thank you everyone who submitted. Thank you everyone who has joined us and watched today. And it was a lot of fun. This was a lot of interesting designs, and I think we nailed it. We had some really, really standout designs that I would hope you feel like if you created one of those designs, you got to think, would I have created this if I had not been challenged to do so? And that's why I want the challenges, to get you out of your shell, get you some new designs, get you creative, and maybe help you get bigger on the workshop. Because, jrandall, you're big on the workshop. XCaliber, you've done really well in the workshop. Danielle has gotten really good designs. We need everybody to be doing like that. I want everybody to be creating and adding to the quality of the workshop and making us look better and making the designs look better and continuing to push the bar for designs the way I think some of these have done today. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. And for those of you who joined late, yes, we have some new features coming in on the live streams, both on YouTube and Twitch. I have new overlays. I have some new mechanics being added in. Whole bunch of new stuff that's going to be going on with this in the coming weeks. So I'm getting very excited and finally getting some time cleared up. So we're going to be doing a lot more coming up. And I think it's just going to get better and better. So thank you all for watching. But I need to go ahead and get going because I do have another performance to get to in about 2 hours that I need to be there. So I got to go get ready. But thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys next time.